Today we're going to be covering a topic which will reach out to parents and grandparents. The topic is sex education being taught to our children in schools, and how old should they be before they start learning about it. To discuss this more, we'll be joined by Steve Jenkins, who is part of the organisation called Public Child Protection Wales. Steve, welcome to the programme. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm good, Si, thank you.
Steve, why did you decide to get involved in the organisation of Public Child Protection Wales?
Well, I had an Ezekiel 33:6 moment, so I'm blowing the trumpet because I know this now, and I feel I'm accountable for the consequences if I don't warn other people about this. And I felt the Lord put it on my heart to help this amazingly brave group of women who, in their fight against what many child protection specialists recognise as sexual grooming within the RSE programme. So to make it clear, this isn't a fight against sex education. This is a fight against teaching children that they have sexual rights from birth.
What are your thoughts on children being exposed to explicit material online through platforms such as Netflix, and how can parents protect their children more?
I think most parents are fully aware of parental controls on content that they should closely monitor with their children's internet use of mobile phones. They say the first casualties in war are those that don't know that they're in one. And there is a war being waged against our children, and the real threat now is through the education system. And we can't discuss on this programme the content that children would be taught in the classroom because it's not appropriate. So why are we allowing this to happen in our schools? And for parents and grandparents watching this, the battleground for your child's innocence has now changed. If you want to protect your children from graphic material, sadly, you need to be talking to the local authority, to the school, and organisations like Public Child Protection Wales who can advise you on how to approach it.
And finally, what advice, you've mentioned some sort of advice, but what other advice would you give to the parents watching us today?
I think it's just awareness. I think there is a move generally in society on the sexualisation of young children, and I think it's awareness of internet content, of programming content, but also of how they're being educated, what subject matter is being promoted to them in school, and to be actively involved in communicating with the school as to what their programs and their lesson plans and the content that they're receiving in school actually is, because that's really an area where most parents would consider that their children are safe, and that's not an issue, but all of a sudden it is.
Steve Jenkins from Public Child Protection Wales, thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome.